I used to stress out so much when it came to my content. I used to stress out about the views. I used to stress out about the comments. I used to stress out about the way I looked, to whether it was right, whether I started. And it used to be so self-centered, my approach to content creation. And it used to literally stifle my content because of it. Until I just started to really tap into my emotional intelligence around visibility. Because let's face it, if you're focused on those numbers, if you're focused on those views, if you're focused on vanity metrics, basically, you're not focused on your vision. The vision to help other people to completely change their lives. You're focused instead on you, on what you look like, on how you're perceived, on how people see you. And so that's why I've really focused on visibility, emotional intelligence, because that's the long game. It's the game where you create YouTube videos on a daily basis if you want. It's the game where you create content from a place of, I know my stuff and I'm no longer willing to stop because I've got something to say. And what I say is of importance. And it's no longer about the views and the likes. It's about my message. Knowing that whoever needs to see it will see it. Knowing that my truth is my truth. Knowing that my expertise is my expertise. I'm an expert and I don't make no apologies for it. And I stand in my power and I stand in my truth. When you come from that place, you're no longer worrying about whether you stutter. You're no longer worried about what you're seen like and what perceived like, because you're too focused on what everyone else. You're focused on everyone else, but in a good way. You're focused on the people that need to hear what you've got to say. Not on whether people like you or not. Because you like you. You end up liking you. So much so that the other stuff doesn't matter. I like me because I've got this amazing opportunity to be alive, to shift, heal, and expand, to finally know that there's an expanding attitude request, to talk about fear, to talk about content in a way that's going to resonate with me and align with me and align with my audience. And so I don't worry about other people and how they might perceive me or receive me, because I know there is no transformation from information without implementation. And if I don't implement what I'm learning, if I don't implement what I'm encouraging others to do, if I'm not implementing what I preach, then what good is it? And so if you're interested in really, really owning and knowing who you are, implementing spiritual practices that work for you so that you are coming from a place of overflow, if you want to take aligned action day after day with none of this energy vampire sucking stuff, none of this like low vibe stuff, and if you want to start implementing systems that help you to really complete your vision and mission with ease, then there's a link below for you to get started. There's a quiz available for you to take just to see how visible you really are. There's a challenge that you can start, which is a 5-day free challenge for you to see what visibility blocks are stopping you from showing up completely. And then there's obviously a conversation you can have via Messenger with me to see if my program works for you. So you've got 3 different options and more. The point here is to let you know that you don't have to keep on starting and stopping. You don't have to think this is the only way, that you don't have to think that you've got to push and hustle and grind, because there's an easier way that works in flow with you that's completely going to change the way you show up. So I no longer stress, and I want the same for you. I want you to show up without the anxiety. So what are you waiting for? I'll expect to see you on the other side.